the cost per repair point is going to increase, so we should take care of that as soon as possible. I think I will do that right away. We'll stick this in the maintenance shop, and I'll jump over to the Kubota and do the bits that it missed on that field, and we can bring that back to the yard. And then I think we can probably call it a day, unless it starts raining anytime soon. Well, I think, wasn't that about 5 o'clock, 6 o'clock it's due to rain? Might need to check that. Zoom out. Okay, yeah, I don't think I'm going to be able to climb that hill otherwise, so well, it unloaded, so that's good. Don't know that I want to unload any more at that end, but I think that's going to help the Valtra to get to the top of the chaff heap. Okay. So, that is going to need to be fixed soon, so we'll do that now. The Valtra needs to be fixed at 3,500. And the Kubota needs to come out of the field. So this tractor not in too bad a condition. It's 14.5 hours on it. There were a couple of little bits we missed here, and really all we're trying to do at this point is it's a seed bed. Next thing. So yeah, you can see there's a couple of bits that need to be ploughed. We'll take care of that now. And that actually leaves all of this field as a seedbed, which is kind of pleasant, I guess. I think the square corners I need to take a look at as well. But as I said, I'd probably get a regular subsoiler once I get into creating or growing grains as opposed to growing crops for silage. I don't know that these white bits are actually registering as needs to be ploughed anymore, but just for completeness we'll get them done. There's a bit over there too. Race the car. I guess it's later afternoon. It might be worth taking a look at the store sales and seeing what's going on over there. I guess now that we've done this, I can clear that course. That corner's fine, and so we just got the entrance to do. It's getting very dark. Well, it's 3 o'clock in the afternoon in Scotland. It's going to get dark. So I think I did this bit here. Yes. I don't think that bit there's a problem. We can get this back to the yard. I think I'll leave it next to the washer. I won't wash it yet. We'll get back to collecting the chaff because I would like that done before midnight. And I I would like to check the weather. 7 o'clock rain. Okay. So 4 more hours before it rains. I think we're going to have the chaff collected and probably compacted and covered before the rain comes. That would be good. That would be an awesome thing, I do believe. So how's the percentages on these? These are in good enough condition. Fuel, you could do with a little bit more fuel. I did fill up the fuel tank in the off point. So that is some of where some of our money went. And then it looks like we spent about 4,000 on workers today. It is what it is. But if this farm is definitely going to be of a if you want to get things done in a timely manner, you are going to have to pay for it. And having more tractors and to run the more, not necessarily more equipment, but the equipment we have is probably going to be quite important going forward, especially as we start to buy new land. Because the more land we buy, the more time we have to spend doing work on it, and that is eventually going to be an issue for us. Which is why I'm thinking, the whole, I don't need anything over 250 horsepower. Yeah, we're going to need some big equipment and big tractors, possibly multiples of, just so that we can get all of the work done that needs to get done in a timely manner. Anyway. Now have 5 half rows, and I'm full. I'm also considering maybe opening up the hedge over there, which will give us easier access to this field, and opening up the hedge on this corner into field 77 to give us easier access from the yard to that point. I mean, I don't have to, but I'm finding the extra driving distance to, it would be nice to be able to not have to drive so far. Alrighty, let's get this backed in here. I don't think I have to drive up the pile anymore. I can just ease it forward, get it unloaded. And there we go. Because I don't think what's on the field is going to fill up the entire entrance to that ramp, entrance to that bunker now. It'd be nice to have a wheel loader. I haven't had one of those since Old Stream Farm. Yes, I really did have a wheel loader on Old Stream Farm. Again, in the effort of variations. Don't usually use a wheel loader. Let's get a wheel loader and let's get it for a farm that really shouldn't need one. Kind of fun. And now there's the old, is it the Volvo one from the Platinum Pack? Yeah, hey, wheel loader. Not particularly capable wheel loader, but it's a wheel loader. You can do things with it. lucky and have one more full load after this one. Or we might be unlucky and have one full load and 10%. Not quite. There's a tiny bit there. Okay. But yeah, it will be nice to move into spring and see what contracts are available. I mean, obviously come December, all of the baling contracts will wipe. And it probably won't be till March that we get new or fresh contracts to do things, and it'll be things like fertilizing and possibly seeding, probably just fertilizing, maybe some ploughing, maybe some cultivating. Now that we have a cultivator, we can do those jobs, which is good. And then we see, and that gives me income. We don't get much money from contracts, although if I do 5 or 6, that's a good 40,000-50,000 generally of income that we can make. It's probably going to be rainy, so we may have issues with that. Whoa, I guess. Okay, which one is the northernmost? I'm going to go for this partial, get the bit, and then do the last 2 rows. Or pardon, the last 2 half rows. Not really half, but yeah. And unfortunately, we have that strip of fresh grass that I can't use. I might be able to. I guess I can look at store prices and see if fresh grass is a thing. And then the next thing to find out is fresh grass a thing this loading wagon can pick up? I mean, we've already figured the loading wagon is kind of quite versatile in stuff you can collect over a forage harvester. So we may end up adding a hayloft to the barn, to the yard, so that we can store loose hay potentially if I decide I need some. I don't think I need some, but straw is definitely a thing we could use for bedding when we get cows, which means we're going to need to be into arable crops at that time. And thus collecting straw and storing it in a hayloft would be a handy thing. Also would avoid the need to get a bale shredder, because we won't be using bales for any reason. Okay, so this is all done. This is awesome. It is 3:30 in the afternoon. I can get this all pitched out. Hitch on the train wheels and get this stuff compacted. And I may leave us with a little demonstration of CoursePlay and compacting silage bunkers. How did we do? We got 428 plus what's in the tank, 450. You don't want to go back any further? Oh, sorry. You do not want to go back any further because the tractor's stuck. Oh, there we go. And since this is the last load, it probably really doesn't matter exactly where it's placed. And there we go, empty. And it's about 450,000 litres. We got, I think it's over 500,000, maybe a little bit more than that, in the everybody's in the way. In the maize bunker. So but yeah, I really do need some more sheds on this yard, but I don't really want to spend the money on them right now. So most of the fieldwork equipment, like the mowers and the cultivators and what have you, I'm leaving those outside because they can be left outside. But things like grain carts and seed tanks I'm putting inside because I don't need them collecting water, especially not on the ones that don't have lids on. Let's say we stick it in the gap. Actually, you know what? That cultivator doesn't look like it's 6 meters. I mean, it's good enough. It's from the Horsch DLC, and frankly, it's a nice model. Okay, I need to park this in a bay. Oh. I think I normally put it in the middle bay, but whatever. Put this in here for now. Oh, you know what? This tractor is agile enough to knock over street cones. Oh, we knocked over 2. Yay. There's the other one. Okay, I'll plug that there. I don't need to hitch the Rudolph to the front of it. Oh, that cone is very dead. That's fine. Okay, you can park there. You're done with. That then means this tractor is still running. No, don't want that in there. That would be a bad thing to do because we're going to need the seed tank tomorrow. Or, yes, November 2, if the rain is not too pernicious. But I kind of think sticking the loading wagon in front of the forage harvester, I'm not going to, if I'm using the forage harvester, I'm also going to be using the loading wagon. And I'm also, there are periods like today where I'm going to use the loading wagon and not use the forage harvester, so that's a thing. Okay. Train wheels, let's go. Not training wheels. Ooh. I'm not sure if I put these bunkers in the wrong place. Actually, and I'm not going to put the weight on the front of this because it tends to get stuck on the mounds of stuff. I'm not sure I have enough room for another bunker to the left before we hit our actual grass field. If I move them sort of half a bunker's width over, that might have worked better. Okay. Oh. Now, No course. That's what I was missing. Okay, click on the course. Silo work. Blah, blah, blah. Forwards in silo. Deactivated. Okay. And start job. Back. And that is basically how you do it. This will now drive through the silo or get stuck. Or get stuck. Okay. Let's shuffle it this way a little and see if that works. So yeah, because, oops. Yes, start job. What do you mean you finished work? No, you didn't. Let's drive you forwards. I may have to come in from the other end, but no course. Silo work, start job, back, and off it goes. There we go. So long as it gets to the point where it can clear everything as it drives through, and it will shuffle left and right as it goes. Where are you going? Oh. That's interesting. Okay, that's a new one. When I did the other bunker, it would drive through and then reverse, but I did it from the other end. Seriously, dude. I'm going to change this. I'll come from the other end. It worked from the other end on the maze bunker, so that might be my issue here. Because I don't want to babysit this while I'm having lunch. Oh, hang on. Maybe, right, if I do that, silo work, start job. Dude, where the heck are you going? I wonder... I wonder if these silos are actually the opposite way to each other. It's not playing, is it? That is most unfortunate, because it's going to take me a bunch of Sundays to get this compacted manually without the use of CoursePlay. Yeah, what I was wondering is if there is a front and a back of the silo, and this one the front is at that end, and this one the back is at this end. Which might be a thing. I don't know. Especially since it drives out. It definitely thinks that the other end of that bunker is at that end. And I'm guessing it's stopping because there's nothing for it to compact. So you look at the stuff in this silo, we pretty much got silage the entire length, but I think it's getting to this point and saying there's nothing to compact where I am actually right now. But if I spread that bit out a little bit, it's going to bring back more silage this way, and potentially give us a little bit more, you know, silage on the ground that maybe the tractor will detect. Okay, we're 10% compacted. Let's park the front wheels on and try again. Blah blah blah, start job. Worker H has completed their task. No, you haven't, Worker H. Go away. Okay, we'll pull onto the silage. Start job. Okay. Target is unreachable. You stupid piece of humbug. Okay, well I guess stop doing that, please. We will leave it here. I have an awful lot of silage to compact and I will try and get that done before the next episode. But for right now, I need to go and eat something. So I'm going to wish you all a good holiday weekend for those people who celebrate a good holiday. And for right now, I'll be back on Monday, but I am out of here. Have fun, everyone.